Had a whole, what do we have? A whole family reunion in Virginia. So we've just been doing things. I think it seemed like this has been the year to travel. So anyway, we're just going to have, just a little informal chat. If you have a question about sisterly bonds or siblings, or how to do something on TikTok or YT channel, the tube over here, just come on in and ask a question. And while you're in here, if you could, go on down to the bottom there and click on the arrow so that you can share it out with somebody. So yeah, we're live here, and I am Nubia.
And I am Ajua. Come in.
All right. What? Do you have to be buttoned all the way up to the top? Take the first two buttons off or something, please. Please.
Okay. All right.
So we are two birth sisters, and we're the same, but then we are different too. We have, there's a lot of differences also.
But of course, my button's all the way up.
Just. Yeah.
All right.
The last time we did that, we were on live. I think we're on live on both TikTok and on the YT channel. And somebody came in and they were like calling her a Mormon, calling me no fun. I was like, okay, come on in the room. I mean, anything else you got to add to the conversation?
He said, well, I believe the Mormon. I said,
she believed the Mormon. That's exactly what she said. So right now, so normally, hey, drummer, hey, Keisha. So normally I come in in the mornings and we read the Bible. That's my thing until December 31st. Lord Jesus, when you feel like you have the unction of the Lord and you want to follow through. But I tell you what, there's many a days between Monday and Friday. I'm like, I'm just gonna roll over and skip it, but I don't. I get up and I just do it.
That's right. God sees your obedience.
Woo. So anyhow, that's what I've been doing since May 5th of last year, with going live reading Psalms and Proverbs. And then January 1st, as January 1st was getting closer, I kept feeling like, this is going to be the year for me to read through the Bible in 1 year, which I've never done. You start off doing it, and then by February, March, you fall off the wagon. So I said, you know what? I'm going to read it out loud online, and that way you have less of a chance of skipping out on it. Right. So I've taken this little phone and my podcast stuff to Africa, Tanzania, took it to New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina. So far, everywhere I've been, I've taken it with me. And in the hospital when my daughter was about to have a baby. Yeah, to their chagrin, I don't know how to say it that way. But I mean, she wasn't in labor. She was, not yet. But anyway, that's what you call consistency and being under fire, doing it anyway. But anyway, let's start off like we always start off, house pop, because I know that right now we just had a really nice family reunion in Virginia. And have you had a chance? If we call him, will he be able to pick up the phone? How does that work?
Pop's phone is a paperweight. He has it for look, all intents and purposes. I mean, he's got one.
To say that he has one, exactly. Because when you call him, he doesn't really pick up the phone.
No, he doesn't. So that part, but that's okay. He's doing good. My daughter-in-law went over with the grandkids, the two grandsons, and sent me pictures of the oldest grandson wheeling him, the 4-year-old, wheeling him down the hallway and back, and they are both enjoying that. They rode into Mr. S's room and rode back down the hallway.
Oh, that's nice. Well, you're gonna have to share those pictures. I mean, we're not gonna post them or something, but share those pictures. That'd be cool. That would be cool. So thank you for those who are coming in the room. You know what? Hey, D. Michelle. Cuz. Well, I have a cuz by the same name. I went by so fast, I'm not sure if it was her or not. I had such a good time this weekend with all of the social part of it. And the place that we stayed was beautiful, historical, sometimes I'm reluctant to say, but it was a beautiful Black historical building and property that has been restored.
Wow.
And kept all these years from 1935. Right. And so that was really nice. And I come home, my husband's working, my son is out of town with his friends. And of course, everybody knows by now that my daughters are, in Europe, one's in South Korea. Yeah. And the other daughter lives 3 hours from me. So I'm at home like, boo-hoo. I'm home by myself. And I know that they love me. It's just like, I just need some. So now, doing like my sister, Last year I took French, golf, probably a calligraphy class. So I guess I should say the word empty. If you're an empty nester, come on in the room. If you're a homeschooling mom, come on in the room. And anyway, just come on in the room.
If you're a real
Well,
person, not AI, come on in the room.
yeah, if you're a real person, not a bot, come on in the room. So now I'm looking at a paper, trying to figure out, well, what should I take for classes now? Because I just need to keep reinventing myself, right? We all should just keep reinventing ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? Because you're at home and your house is empty now too.
Yes, it is. I can hear the walls echoing actually at this point. But
I mean, wait to be an
I
empty nester.
but you know what? I'm active though. I mean, I work in the church garden, and I do stuff at church, and I'm getting ready to not repair my bike, but kind of put my bike under service so I can go ahead and start riding again because Black girls do bike.
Yes, yes,
Yes, I got the re-invite yesterday saying, "Hey, come on out." I said I can't come this week, but I'll see you next weekend.
yes, yes,
So just getting back into it. It's amazing how good you feel when you actually keep the body moving.
yes. I
It's not exactly. It's like I feel a whole lot less stiff. And
yes.
even when you ride on the long days, you come home in Epsom salt, you feel refreshed even afterward.
Accomplished, right?
Yeah,
You
yes,
accomplished.
indeed. So, but I'm wanting to. My whole thing. Oh, I have a dream sheet, and on a dream sheet or a dream board, whichever you want to call it,
Uh-huh.
it's to do something good to bless someone. So my goal is to come across people that I can bless. But
Mm,
God's blessed me, then there's no reason why I should not be able to bless someone else. You
right.
know, and it's not always through your testimony, but it's not always through your life, because they may not know you from Adam, Eve, or Steve, but you can actually, you see somebody at the cash register, counting out pennies to try to pay for what it is, pay for that, and have them
Yeah,
pay for it. And even if they don't,
yeah,
you're being obedient to what the Lord says, because
yeah.
there are people out there struggling, needing help. I went to the grocery store for to make some food here while I'm with my daughter.
Wait, pause for 1 second. I want to say for people who are just coming in the room, we're talking about being empty nesters, family reunions, and if you are able to go over, you'll see my sister. I'm talking to her over on New Being Queen Nation over on the tube. So go ahead.
Yes,
So
and
you're
I'm
so
also
you're at your daughter's house.
on the TikTok as Ajua because I am
Yeah,
Ajua. It's a whole
she's
bunch
on.
of A's. So you punch in four A's and I may pop up before you get to
Yeah,
the Jua.
yes, yes, yes.
Um, but yeah,
So you're
so
making dinner for your daughter and her and your grandchildren.
So it's funny because whenever I go somewhere, people always want me to cook. So
Mhm.
I always make a disclaimer now is I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just coming to be like just relax and be with family. I'm not going to cook. What do I do? I go to the store to buy some things so I can
Mhm.
cook. I know that my
Mhm.
grandson loves steak, so we had steak last night. Okay,
Oh,
so I made them steak, and they can chow. These little black Hispanic can tear up some rice. So we had some rice with some
she's talking about
steak
her own
and
grandchildren.
yeah, and some salad. Yeah, my children and my grandchildren. but,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
oh my gosh, can I just say that it was nice because by the time I actually got out of the grocery store, I text my daughter when I was getting ready to go to the line saying, "Get me out of here," because you go in for a few things and before you know it, your basket's full. I asked
Yeah.
this one person that only had one item in the basket. So you want to switch? They didn't want to.
It's like, how do you do that? And I always say that to the person that I'm checking out at the register. It's like,
Yeah,
it's like, I came here for one thing. She says, if you only knew how many times I hear that per day. You come in for one or two things and you leave with a whole cart full of stuff. But I'm
or you
sure
go
that dinner
in,
was good.
yeah, or you
Would
go
you
in
make
hungry and it's like, beware.
Don't go shopping hungry, people. Don't go shopping
Don't
hungry.
do it.
So what did you have with that steak? And how did you
So
cook it?
So I actually did it in the frying pan, but I made sure the
Mm.
frying pan was real hot with
Mm,
olive
you
oil and
seared it.
butter.
You seared it. Yeah.
So I cooked that right quick because you have to sear in all of the flavor right into the meat.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So and then I set that aside and I said, you know what? I bought these mushrooms and my daughter has onions. We're gonna go ahead and do it all up. So we had mushroom and onion gravy to go over that
What?
steak.
Ooh, ooh,
Mm.
ooh,
It
ooh.
was kind of like a in between an au jus sauce and a gravy, honey.
Mm.
I
You
gave him
could make
plenty.
a just for gravy. Just for gravy. Sometimes you want a really good gravy, and
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. You know what? I've almost traded in. I'm not sure if anybody in here is aware. Okay, so we grew up on mashed potatoes, and
Mm-hmm.
then you got rice. But
Mm-hmm.
once you taste the Spanish yuca,
Mm.
there is something about that yuca, the way that, and they just boil it and put, maybe they boil it in salt and pepper and then put some butter on it. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if it's just that consistency. Anybody in the audience, you guys, anybody's ever had that Spanish yuca? I think the Jamaicans call it, my husband's Jamaican.
There's also
Um,
jicama. You can use
jicama.
jicama for. Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same thing.
Mm.
Are they different things?
It's
But what
about
is,
yay size, good size.
yeah. What do the Jamaican, I think Jamaicans call it yam.
Yam.
But
Mm.
I would switch out mashed potatoes and rice for Jamaican yam, which is white, not our orange yam,
Right.
but that Spanish yuca
Mhm.
yam looking thing. Oh my goodness gracious, that's some good eating. I mean, that with some butter, salt, pepper, and some gravy and some onions. Ah, yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, I have
So
I have a piece left over in the refrigerator from when we went to before we went to the reunion this past weekend. I'm like,
mhm.
I gotta go check that out and see if it's still good because
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
filling. It's filling.
Yes, it is. It is. So we all put the gravy and the mushrooms and the onions on the rice. Also, we were chowing down. I think I was the only one that had a salad. My daughter had already eaten, so she was like,
Oh,
she's watching pretty much doing homework and watching us eat.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
So yes, so
my overachiever. She's going for her second bachelor's degree. So
that's not nobody ever calling me until you go on live, and then everybody's
yeah,
gonna try and call you.
of course, of course.
All of a sudden, my phone, because it's right here, and I have an app on my laptop to where the phone can go directly to my laptop, but I only just look at it there and read the comments, but I don't answer it on there. And now
Mhm.
all of a sudden it's making noise. Before it never did that, so I don't. We didn't.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. But bringing up the fact of empty nesters, because my daughters are out of, hey Coach Leota, because my daughters are out of town, out of the country, and my son is away from the weekend. I am really feeling, I mean, the empty nesters, and Coach Leota, I'm not sure if you're an empty nester or not. That's really hitting me hard this week. Because I guess
Mm-hmm.
because we just came from a room full of people. And then when I come home, normally my son's a part of he's here. But he also started working full time too. So I'm like, okay, all right. I know it's just the thing I gotta like recalibrate myself because
So
but
I'd like to get back into the pottery also. That was another thing I really, really enjoyed doing. It's not only is it like it's crafting something beautiful, but it's just so like relaxing. It's like us going out into our garden, like with the relaxation of the water and the things growing. It's the same way I feel about the pottery.
I'm laughing because somebody put I don't know who Kyle Lowry is. He said I look like Kyle Lowry with a wig on. Sometimes people can't come in. Just say something a little bit nicer. I
Well,
mean,
you,
I don't
well,
know.
you, well, you do know we have cousins that are Laurie, so I mean, all things are possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you Google it for me? Because I
Except
have
we say
two
Lori.
more phones.
Except we say Lori. For
Lowry. Google
L O
Google
W LOWRY.
Kyle and then Lowry Lowery. That's how you can tell that we're older because I had no idea who he's even talking about. So I guess I'm not sure if I should even be offended because I can't. I don't know.
Well, I can run it on my laptop, but I mean, it's
Oh, what do
okay.
you want? You're on your phone right now?
I'm on my phone. We'll check it out later
Okay.
on. We'll
Yeah,
bring it
we'll
up
check it
another.
out. And I would mute the person, but it keeps the chat going. Anybody else know who Kyle Lowry is? I don't know. Keep the chat
Anybody
going.
tell us? Matter of fact, tell us who it is.
Yeah, tell us who he is. What does he do? Is he a basketball player? Is he a football player? I
Clearly,
don't
they
know.
know.
Is he a comedian? Yeah. Oh, he said
Yeah.
5'1", 280 pounds. 5'1"? That is, and 280 pounds? He must be a wrestler or something. Maybe he's a sumo wrestler.
How rude.
I know.
Actually,
Whatever.
no, say thank you. He must be good looking.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
At
you.
least I'm half of what he is as far as weight. That's the goal. Half of what that person is. 280. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went up to the attic before we started here, and I was looking for. Plus, if anybody is over the age of 40, over the age of 50, or even 60, and you have a question about how to go live simultaneously on TikTok and on YouTube, just let me know. Put a
Yeah.
question in there or send me a DM.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran up to the attic to get a timer so that because you and now I have to write myself a note to find it before next week.
Okay.
But I know that I have one somewhere, but then the darn thing only costs like $5, so I need to go and return. Girl,
What?
did I ever show you? Did I ever show you the pajamas that had the ostrich feathers? I told I
You just told me about it.
so because I haven't returned it yet, and it didn't come from TT, so we don't have to worry about that. It came from the Zon. Girl,
Oh,
it looks nothing like the picture. Okay,
no,
so that part is nice, right? The material
that
looks
part was
nice. Okay,
that
and I
part
have
was
to take
nice.
it out. I'm gonna have to vacuum after this because the feathers are coming out. And then they had the feather part looking so nice and full. Girl, I
Looks like
mean,
a plucked chicken.
it does look like a plucked chicken. And I'm like, somebody go give me my money back. So if I don't do anything else today, I am going to return these to, go to the store because some stores accept your stuff. I'm like,
Mhm.
how dare they? And I put the pants on and it's supposed to be extra large. The pants didn't even touch my ankles, barely, right? They weren't even long enough. And then the top is supposed to also be extra, right? Extra special, guys. And I couldn't even wrap it around myself, right?
No. Mm-mm.
Kyle Lowry couldn't even wrap this around his left side of the body. I mean, and look at it. Really? I'm saying
No.
I don't even know. I
Mm-mm.
don't even want to say what country it came from, but we could almost just guess.
Yeah.
That was just atrocious. So, like, normally, but they're gonna have to credit me or give me my money back or something because, yeah. And I was so excited.
Wow.
All the things. I was so excited. So now I'm gonna try again. Why can't we find, guys, ladies and gentlemen? I just wanted a nice pair of pajamas. I had my 39th wedding anniversary, and you just be thinking, I'm well grown. I can be sexy. I can say that. It's,
Yeah.
it's like sometimes we think that we can't. And my husband's like, I pulled those pajamas out. My husband cracked up laughing. My husband's a very mild mannered, quiet guy, and he could not contain himself. I'm like, okay, it's funny, but it ain't that funny. So we just got to do what we got to do, and I
Mhm.
want to float around the house like Marilyn Monroe or
Yeah.
uh, Dorothy Dandridge or
Yeah.
more women like that. Even the lady who did uh, the hanger, the angry lady with mom with
Read
the hanger,
my mommy dearest.
mommy dearest. So Joan Crawford, Joan Crawford.
Read my lips. No wire hangers. Yeah.
So anyway, bringing back that era of we just kind of women of leisure in a good way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of women of leisure, going back to my things to do here. So I'm like, okay, this is cardio plus. I could take adult tennis in the park, and I had never played pickleball, so I'm almost afraid because some of these 67-year-old women they're tearing up the court with no
Yes.
compassion and no
It is so
sympathy.
much fun. That was one of the things my kids blessed me with was a pickleball game. We had a blast. We played like 5, 6 games.
So I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping that I can find a beginner's court class for that and maybe
Yeah.
jump in. And then there's also fun international cooking. So that sounds fun too. Cooking
Ooh, la,
class.
la.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to, we just got to keep ourselves busy. And, thank God that we're in a position where for now and forever in Jesus' name,
Yes.
where we don't have to go out and get 2 or 3 jobs or whatever. We can kind of take it
Amen.
easy. We raised our kids. They turned
Yeah.
out fine. Thank you for following. And yeah, that's how I was able to I also made a short video. I didn't post it yet, where stop shrinking back. If you can be a stay-at-home mom, or if you can
Mm-hmm.
be a housewife, or travel someplace for a month, do it, and don't live in the closet feeling badly that God has blessed you.
Right.
That's the thing. I had a
Mm-hmm.
friend, my friend T S or her initials, and she reminds me of your friend. I always say that she reminds me of your friend. Your friend's Puerto Rican and my friend's Italian. And she stopped by yesterday, surprised the heck out of me. And
Nice.
I was like, I'm not used to having, because we all live spread out. So I'm sitting at the house just chilling, and my back door goes off. It's like somebody's at your back door. I'm like, who's at my back door? It was still daylight. It was like maybe 4:30. I don't know what time it was. And I'm like, who's at my back door? Like, who's doing that? And then my phone starts to ring. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, do I want to go to the back door? Right? Because we all go through the back door here anyway. And I saw her. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on in. I said, you guys have time to come in? So she said she heard a rattling in her car and she was stopping to see if either my son or my husband was home to take a look at it for her. I'm like, oh. So we had a really quick conversation. I said, well, maybe we can get together and have lunch every once in a while. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. And so I brought her name up because they go to Florida for 3 months at a time.
Yeah.
And they're younger than we are,
Well, I say let's plan a trip for Thailand for a month.
All right. That sounds good to me. yeah. That's definitely on my bucket list for sure.
All right.
Another one of those places where if you go, you may not want to come back for sure. I already heard.
That's exactly what they say.
Yes.
Don't mind me. I'm going to bite my finger.
I actually think I have just a reminder. I cut up my watermelon yesterday. Do you all know how hard it is to find watermelon? Did you cut it open with the actually seeds in there?
Girl, it says the watermelon says seeded. So if that thing is longer than my arm and you can't even barely see my arm,
yeah,
and it's heavy. I mean heavy, but when you hit that hollow, and I heard the hollow and I saw the dark spot, the yellow spot on the bottom where they actually let it grow on the ground. Girl, that was $5.99 for one. I know,
and I've been paying for the last couple of summers $20-$25 for a watermelon with seeds in it.
I paid $15 for. I paid $30 for two. In Texas, but it was a guy that actually had them on the back of a pickup truck. You got to find. They're far and few between. You don't see them very often.
They've been driving all the way down here. They've been driving all up here from like South Carolina and from Virginia,
South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah.
So now the guy comes with a big load of watermelon with seeds in it to my little town. And he bought a little shop as big as this room, or maybe 2 times the size of this room here. And he offloads all the watermelon. He sells them right off of the main street, like less than 5 minutes from here.
What?
Yes.
Amazing. Wow.
So now I don't have to drive an hour to where my husband grew up. I don't have to drive an hour. This guy has it right now. So I chopped up that watermelon last night, and I had a good portion, probably 1/3 or 1/4 of it by myself. I just cut the end off and ate out of it like a bowl.
Wow, it's amazing. That is amazing. But $5.99, I cannot wait. This thing is so colossal. I mean, it was so heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you cut it open, I can't wait to see. I want to see. And then taste it. The sweetness of it. Yeah.
Well, probably maybe after when we get down to like maybe the last 5 minutes, I'll run there and cut it and then bring it in. At least half of it in, if you want.
Okay. And I also have a melon that I left in the refrigerator that needs to be eaten. These things go so bad now. Back in the day, things used to. Well, I think that they pick them before they're ripe or before they're ready in anything, whether it's apples or lemons or whatever. And then by the time it actually gets to the store, it's already been, who knows, a month or whatever.
You'd be surprised how many months go by on a lot of these things they have covered up in wax and or chemicals.
Yes, slick down. Yep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I gotta go and see if the watermelon's still good because now it's looking like it's bad.
Okay, so you just showed one product, didn't you? Right?
I showed my pajamas.
Okay, well I cannot resist. I have to show you right now. You see this cute little thing?
Yeah, what is that?
This is actually, they call it lip oil, not lip balm, not chapstick, not lip gloss. It's lip oil. This comes from Bed Bath & Beyond. It comes from Bath and Body Works. Isn't that cute?
It is cute.
I had it clipped on the side of my pocketbook. Just it's handy at the ready. I love it. I don't have any clips on the inside, so the outside had to work. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But it is so cute. First, I saw it, and the first thing I say, I'll tell you first.
I want to almost change it so people can see the view. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can do that and make it not look so. Right. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can rotate it around here.
Mm-hmm. They
went. The camera.
So can you believe it? So it's only like 2 inches in size.
She's over there. Yeah. That's so cute. Open it. Let's see what it looks like.
It came with a cute little design, like a little whatever on it, right? It's like so cute. So, all right. And then I I put it on at the first, but I didn't tell you what it was.
Okay.
It's just like a little
Oh,
applicator,
cute.
a little applicator, and then the oil, which we just called lip gloss back in the day. So now it's lip oil. But I almost didn't get it because when I was looking at it,
Hopefully you got one for your granddaughter.
I got one for my daughter and my granddaughter just because like I was like there. I can't like come
Yeah,
back with something for me. So anyway,
yeah.
I got my grandson some Dr. Peppers. So, but anyway, it smells good. It goes on really nice and smooth, like oil, So yeah, okay. So lip oil, not balm, not chapstick, not gloss, but really neat. And then I guess you can reuse the if you buy them separate, you can also reuse the thing to slide another one in
Oh,
when you buy it. But you can see
yeah.
the jelly. You see the jelly on the inside.
Yes, yes. Can you refill that? Probably
You know
not.
what? I would say yes, just because
Okay.
the hole is really a good size hole.
Okay. I see. I
Mm-hmm.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
So
bought some lip gloss before this past trip, and I thought it was a gloss, and it also says oils. I'm like, I've never heard of a lip oil coming looking like a. It came in a tube that looked like
yeah,
my thing with this. You know what I mean? This
yeah.
is
So
actually a lady who sells stuff
TikTok.
on TikTok, right?
I
And
bought that
and
one. Hmm.
yeah, you put
I
this
haven't tried it
on,
yet.
and it the chemicals in your lips and in your body changes it and gives you your own color.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
really. I should have her in my
when I first saw this, I wasn't
cart.
sure if I was going to buy it. You know, you could also put other things in here too. Now I think about it. But use your imagination on what the things you can put in here. But all I can say is with this, the first thing I did was check the price, and it said like $12 and something. I said, "Excuse me, does this say $12 or something?" And she
Yes,
said,
it
"Yes,
mhm.
but I bought it at the PX, so it ended up being like $5 or $5.50." I was
And
like, "Yeah, loving
basically what
it."
it is with the PX is the PX is military installation. So
It's
if
a,
you're a
it's a
military,
post exchange, and it's
yeah,
kind of like a it's probably a little bit better than TJ Maxx, but it's like our sort
version of a
of like
Macy's of a
of a
Macy's.
Macy's slash
Yeah.
TJ Maxx if I had a child, yeah.
And good thing because I look where I live now. There's no more Macy's, no more J C Penney. What was the other
Wow.
one that was? What was the other one that was comparable to J C Penney?
No, above it was Dillard's. Yeah, that was above. That was like kind of between above Macy's.
Girl, why we ain't never had no deals over here? You think of
You
a different
did.
state?
Do not
Okay,
make me
but I'm
Google it.
thinking the one that used to have catalogs. So it was J C Penney, and there was another store that was comparable to, huh?
Sears. Sears.
Yes, yes. So
Hmm.
Sears is gone, J C's Penney is gone. So now all we have in our area is I just have TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I don't even have the place that you go to that you like your skirts and stuff like that from.
Cato's.
Yeah, we don't even have that. But I've never had that here. I think I saw that in when I lived in Tampa
Yeah.
because we're travelers. We were not only because we're military people, but grew up in a small town. And she ended
Hmm.
up going to Germany. I was in Spain,
Hmm.
and yeah, yeah,
So she saw me in Germany, and I saw her in Spain.
yeah. She took the well. You flew over, right? Of course, right?
Yeah, we flew. You flew. I flew.
Yeah.
We both flew.
And then she got to meet my husband while we were dating. And I was telling your son because he drove back with me from the family reunion, and I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, when your mom came to visit to meet my husband at the time we were dating, I said, don't do this, don't do that. I told my husband, don't do this, don't do that, because I really wanted him to like you or you to like him, right? And so I'm like, he did the complete opposite of everything I told him to do. But I
And I
mean,
loved him. It was
it
funny.
worked. It worked out. It is, yeah. So anyway, so much for me giving him instructions on how to befriend you.
Not the other city sucker that I was trying to buy for your time. Bye bye.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But
Uh-huh.
anyway, so where are we so far? We are 29 minutes in. Not you
Hmm.
sitting there eating, girl. You just break all the rules on the thing. If it's
Oh,
not the dog,
why would they ban you?
um, on TT they could
No
that and
way.
that and drinking, yeah, because they don't know what you're
Don't
eating
they
or
know that?
drinking.
Don't they know that people get thirsty and hungry? I mean,
I guess you're allowed to cook and have a cooking show, but I'm not sure about the tasting part. But She just be eating stuff and coming on and oh no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Okay, okay. So let me turn this back around here.
Okay.
I thank you for the people who have come in and passed through. That's precious. Um,
So
so
is there a
yeah.
lock? Is there a lock on the YouTube one? Because I see where it says messages, and then I also see to the right of the middle one that says messages. There's something that looks like a message with a little lock on it. And see that it says
Well,
private. Oh, I see. That's something different.
mm,
Disregard.
yeah. And when
Hmm.
we're on here, you gotta say YT. You can't say the other word
Oh, you can. Oh, okay, got it.
TikTok,
White people.
because
You can.
TikTok is sensitive.
Ah,
Yeah, they don't want anybody to leave their app to go anyplace else. So I gotta use it. You gotta
oh.
say T. Yeah, yeah.
So
So
TT and YT.
yeah,
Got it.
pretty much. I mean, by now they should have caught on to it. You know what I mean? I'm sure because AI is so smart. But yeah, we just do what we gotta do over here. Yeah. So let's see if I
Hmm.
can turn it back on over to me here. Trying to switch it back over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what else do we talk about? So of course you're not home doing any garden. That's what I need to do today is watch a video on what I can still plant now, even though it's the month of August,
Hmm.
towards the month of August. So you and mommy are flying back to Tejas together, right?
Yes, we
Yeah,
are. Hmm.
that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, it's coming up soon. So I'm gonna make one more meal here, and then I'm probably gonna go ahead and start packing up myself so I can get back down to there because our mom let me borrow her car to come up here to
Yeah.
my daughter and my grandkids. So that was sweet.
Now
She's
how far was that, a 2 hour drive or what? Or less? Two.
I wouldn't say it was like a trip to Maine, so it was probably like three and a half hours.
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so any plans to repot, and because you got a whole year round as far as your weather in Texas, so you could grow stuff almost all year round.
I'm just trying to get past all this heat, girl. I mean, it came to us slowly, but when it hit, it hit. So when it just feels like 100 and something, it's 100 and something. So last thing I want to do is go outside. And
Dang.
it seems like I get busy in the morning to where I forget to water, or I'm rushing out for something. And then in the evening, I'm like, okay, I'll get it. Okay, I'll do it in the evening because it's better in the evening. And then can I just tell you that the evening then it's like, dang, it's dark. Should I even go outside? It's like dark. Okay, tomorrow. So if I have everything when I come back, it'll be a miracle. I've been gone for a week now.
Well, you gotta get one of those things. Get a water. Put your thing and put your water thing on timer.
A timer, yeah. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I don't want to do it until I actually have my garden the way I want it, my garden beds. So I'm
Well,
gonna go ahead, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and move things around because my garden beds, a few of them, you saw it. I had them in an L shape, but I couldn't get behind them very well. I could get behind one, but not the other, and so I would
mhm,
have things growing and hard for me to reach because I'm,
mm,
5'3 1/4", so that part. But
mhm,
I said I gotta move these things out. Either move them out, somewhere totally different, or move them out. So I
mhm.
moved one in front of the porch, in the backyard, and
Yeah.
I was going to put a whole row in front of it, and right next, adjacent, side by side.
Hmm.
But I never got around to it. And then the one I cleaned to prepare to put things in and to move, all these weeds came popping out. I said, you know what? No.
Yeah. No.
So when it gets cooler, I'll get everything prepared for some things I can grow in the fall. Which is really still the end of summer for us because it's hot.
Yeah.
But
And so we
that part.
say, welcome to everybody coming in. Glad that you could join us. And so, what are some things that you think you would garden? What would you put in your garden?
So actually, right now, the things that actually just I finished up with just now, I actually had carrots. So even though I'm totally out of season, but I had carrots. They grew a funky, wanky kind of way, but they were still so sweet. And they had all kinds of offshoots of carrot off of that main, carrot. I want to say
Root.
stalk, but the carrot
Root. Yeah, root. Right.
roots.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my goodness, so I had carrots, I had kale, I had tomatoes, two different types. I had Roma tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. I had squash. It was the buttermilk squash actually. I
Mhm.
had I would say kale, right?
Hello. Yes.
Kale.
Mhm.
I tried bok choy, girl. Yes,
I love. I think I
yes.
tried to grow some, but it hasn't come yet. But I love bok choy because like little miniature cabbage mixed up with like lettuce. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm,
like a,
mm, mm.
and I love putting it with
Soup, soup salad, stir fries.
Yes, my daughter used to make it with something called bibimbap, or she used to make like a Korean dish, and she would put
Hmm.
the bok choy in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, 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 yep.
Yes,
So
indeed. So right now, the only thing I have before I left was I was getting a few tomatoes left, and I was getting a little bit of kale. But as far as everything else, like, yeah, no, we're done here.
mm,
I do have onions that grow. I call them my wild onions, even though I planted them by seed, right?
yeah,
Because they keep coming, they stay. I just keep cutting them off, and they keep sprouting out more. And
mm,
that's in a garden bed also. I don't have anything in my garden in the ground. It's all in garden beds.
okay, yeah. Sounds like
Oh,
me.
and I had okra. Girl, I didn't know what to do with that okra. So I'll know next year I'm gonna pickle that okra and eat it that way. And I'm just
They
gonna
say
try to
pick
make
it,
it.
pick it young. Don't let it get big and ruly, is what my sister-in-law said. That pick them while they're so small because they're going to be tender. They get rougher and
Yeah, it gets more woody like. It's
yes,
the longer
that
you wait. But it was funny because last year I did nothing. Once I was done with the okra, can I just tell you that okra like grew back fiercely because I guess all the seeds just kind of populated, kind of germinated themselves, and I was like a whole garden bed of okra. What the world? So now
that
I know.
makes sense
Yeah, leave it on the stalk. It'll fall off and do its own thing. A whole bed.
because I didn't grow anything this year because I knew I was going to be in Africa for a month.
Right.
But there's a plant back there. I'm like, why does that look like okra? Because the seeds, because I did take some out and I put it in that spot, and so the
Mm,
seeds fell. You know what? That's
yeah,
awesome.
it is. It is.
And in case
Yeah.
anybody's never heard the saying or whatever, they said that during those, not trying to be controversial, but as far as the slave trade and slaves, some of us were already here, they say, and that some of them who came over didn't know what
With,
was going on, but they had the seeds of okra and different things in their hair, like tied up
mhm,
and wrapped up inside their hair.
mhm.
I mean, that the foresight for that. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just
Yeah.
so obviously the seeds of okra very resilient,
Yes.
very resilient. You know.
Matter of fact, they actually thrive in the Texas heat. They're very resistant to the heat. So mhm. That's one
Okay.
thing you can grow probably anywhere, but definitely down south for sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, is there a spot in the kitchen there that you can counter all cleared off? You can just take the phone with you then and cut the watermelon.
Sure.
I mean, not to because your daughter's at work probably, and then your grandchildren not to intrude. When do they start school?
I want to say I don't recall. I want to say around the 24th ish, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here, yeah. So they still have some time.
Okay,
Yeah, they're trying to enjoy every moment.
I am sure.
So let's see here. This is the watermelon. I can barely even get the whole thing in the frame,
Yeah,
but
mine. I think mine was about that. Yours might be a little bit bigger, but it looks to me it reminds me the same size ish. And I cut it in half, and I cut it in like quarters, and I ate that watermelon last night, kind of for dinner too, because it fills you up all the liquids.
yeah. So should I cut it? Should I cut it the long way? I'm trying to figure out a spot to put this
Well,
where you can actually.
it might be easier to put it if you do it not the long way. Do it like halfway, half from the top where your hand is going. Just go straight down
All right. So let me just trying to find a
because
spot
it's
here.
hard to get a long piece like that. The other half in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So I think
Well,
we're
I'm
gonna need.
gonna cut it up anyway because
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And you know what I usually do? I usually put it in the sink and wash it off first because you know
That's
how
I'm dragging it to the sink right now.
I love it.
You do
Because
all my
wherever
sister.
I have a cutting board that has a little bit of a dip in it where you can put like you can cut a turkey or whatever and it keeps the juices in there in a
Mm-hmm.
little dip. And so I usually wash it off because then you're not eating the dirty.
This one still has dirt on it because it just came out. That makes me feel good when you know it actually came out the dirt. You know,
Yeah, right, with the seeds in it. What?
with the seeds in it.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm in New England, I'm paying a prime price for watermelons with the seed, but it's worth it because it just tastes so much better. And then
Yeah.
don't let it be cold too. Oh my goodness. So we're washing the watermelon, about to cut it. We want to see I want to see her taste it, see how sweet it is, and then I've been saving them seeds because did you see the last video I did? She was talking about seeds being, they may eventually be and go extinct.
That's the whole. Well, they can't have us dependent if they still have it available. So it has to
Right.
be unavailable. So that way we tolerate whatever they give us, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
pay premium price for it. When God made it free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep. Ah, I love it how things are popping up on the screen. Okay. Thank you. It's telling me my husband made it safely to work or.
All right. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, my son, empty back to empty nesters, guys. Anybody out there have any good 5, 10 tips to I need to come up with some more tips for myself. Keeping yourself busy, signing up for a cooking class. I took golf
Mhm.
class. I need to get up there and play some golf with some friends in the middle of the week. And maybe take some tennis class or pickleball so I can keep myself busy and active. And I need to be moving around more anyway.
Body in motion stays in motion.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Where was I yesterday? Oh, I think my doctor's appointment. I told you majority of that, and she says, "Oh, I'm glad that you're interested in moving your body." She said, "Because well, you were in the military, so you were very athletic." I'm like, no, no, I can't actually claim that. I just did my once a year run, and yeah, no way to really practice for that. You just kind of get up there and do it. But the other branches of the service kind of ran every day, or at least a couple times a week, depending on which branch you're in. But the Air Force, yeah, we only had to do that once a year annual thing to make sure that we're, you know, up to par, up to snuff. Yep. So she's about to cut this watermelon, and we're just watching her. Thanks for coming in, guys. If you're not following me, if you can go all the way up to the top here and follow me, I would really, really appreciate that. They say you have to ask, right? Ask and you shall receive. So that would
Yes.
be nice. If somebody could do that, and or share it out by going down to the bottom. I forget now. Go all the way down to the bottom right hand corner, and click on that little arrow and share it out to some friends. I would really appreciate that also. Thanks for coming in and coming through. All right. So let's see. Oh, I can't wait to see.
My daughter has some good nights, girl. Good.
Ooh, yeah, you guys are the good, nice people.
Okay,
She
well,
probably.
it's not you.
Ooh, yummy. So you seeing them? The not seeds are not white, are they? They're black. You see black seeds?
Go back.
All right. Okay, guys. That is the remember back in the old days where every watermelon came with seeds in it?
Yeah.
Now you gotta pay premium price for that. Yes. Thank you guys for coming through. We're just talking about food and foods with seeds and elderly care and being an empty nester. So if you guys have any questions or you'd like to give us your opinion on you being an empty nester or oh yeah, that's gonna make me go in the next room and have me some watermelon also.
So we'll get ready to slice them up and start putting it inside that container, right? Well, that tin.
Oh, that looks so good. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be my late lunch over here. Well, it's only 1:44 in the afternoon.
Oh, not
Um,
bad.
yeah, and then I cut it up. It
Yeah,
to me,
it's good to be on the same time zone for a change.
I know, right? And then your other piece that's over there by the paper towels, I cut another like one whole inch going
Yeah.
that way, and I put it on a plate like a steak, and I ate it last night.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. So this is we call ourselves Sister Chat. We're live here on TikTok. We're also
Mm-hmm.
live on the tube over there, the YT channel over there. I am Nubian Queen Nation. So yes. So feel free to follow me on both pages here and over on the YT channel as Nubian Queen Nation over there. And I do come in the morning. Take this time like my own little commercial. I do come in the morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and I do read from the One Year Bible, and I also read Psalms 91 from a spiritual warfare prayers book, which I think is down there in the cart. So yeah, right now every Tuesday my sister and I go live talking about something and nothing all at one time. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
whatever suits our fancy for that day, whatever is going on, we have a chit chat about that. And meanwhile, oh, I love it. And while we're at it, I do pray for all the people who's, over the years, people who have lost their children to the health issues, to crimes, accidents, and definitely, praying for those who have fallen down the rabbit hole, watching out and praying for the Nolan Wells family. And we do pray for all people and all children, but there
Yeah.
has been an unusual over the years. There's been a high and unusual rate of
Abductions.
people of color disappearing and being unalived. So
Right.
so that, and so just keep it up in prayer. Um,
Amen.
just kind of
Amen.
yes, amen and amen. Yep. So thank you. Yeah, one of my friends that comes in the morning, she sent a sticker. I think you'll have to check it out later on. But oh, that watermelon's looking so good. I get to have some watermelon and some melon.
Me too.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's funny. I take a few bites of the cantaloupe. Now I'm taking a few bites of the watermelon. But
Mm.
I don't traditionally cut it this way, but I'm just doing something different while
Oh,
with the.
I like that too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, plus because you just hopefully your grandchildren will eat it. Because my son says, "Mommy, I really don't like watermelon like that." I'm like, "Oh,
No, I
I
didn't
love it when
either. His age,
huh?
oh no. I didn't like it until I was about 40.
Oh, girl, I've always loved watermelon.
I know.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh yeah, I love the bowl. So that's exactly what I did yesterday. I just cut them up into big chunks. Thanks for coming in, guys. We're just talking. We're just doing sisterly chit chat, talking about elderly, talking about gardening. If you guys have any questions about being not being sedentary, but also empty nesters, and there's a lot of empty nesters now. They're doing their thing. I just have to find those women who are not still, chained to the 9 to 5 desk
Yeah.
to have lunch in the middle of the day and be able
Yeah.
to play tennis or pickleball
Yeah.
and garden.
I'd like to find a mentor for a mentor gardener and a mentor baker. I've never really been a baker. I like to cook, but I've never really been into baking. But now that I want to bake, it's like, dang, I know I have time to do it. It's just, it'd be nice to like chit chat with somebody that actually, has a passion for it. And
Find your local community center. I bet you can get a little pamphlet like this, like I
uh,
have, and
mhm.
they'll tell you what's going on in there. Yeah, just look for your local community center or
Oh,
senior center.
oh,
Yeah, it's funny for us to say senior center. It sees how yeah.
I feel senior though.
Say again.
I might look senior, but I don't feel senior. I don't,
I love that. I love that. Me either. Until I bend down to the cabinets to get a pan out of there, and then you hold on to the counter extra tight to get up. That's the thing. Nope. So we need to start doing some of these exercises that we see some of these older people from other countries doing. I don't want to have
Well, not
people.
that, I keep looking at the ones that are on TT and on the YT, and I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Especially
Yes,
when it comes to like the Tai Chi's and walking Tai Chi,
yes,
sitting Tai Chi, we
yes,
can do those.
yes.
You know,
And squatting, going all the way down to the floor, squat, and come all the way back up.
well, one guy said
Yeah.
you can't squat all the way down. You need to like
You sure?
reevaluate your health.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's the bare minimum what you should be able to do. Oh, okay then. So of course, not every day, but every now and again, I had to do a squat test, make sure I can do it. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. I need to do that a couple times in a row every day. That's what
Yeah.
I need to do.
So, and I do like the fact that I'm cutting it up that way. I know I get the seeds, so I'll
Mhm.
take them home with me when I go,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and that's funny because I was on before I hop on my live in the morning. I try and pop into at least one or two people's rooms,
Yeah.
and I was in Keisha's room this morning. She talks about
Hmm.
entrepreneurial stuff and making your own ebook online. And she was talking to somebody. If you know how to cook, go online. You don't even have to talk or show your face. You can just cook, and you can hear the dishes clanging, and you can hear, um, the sizzling of whatever you're cooking. So there's all these different ways of making extra income. You just have to be
Yeah.
creative.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to love to cook, and that was like my joy cooking, and I'm not saying I don't love cooking anymore, but, I don't have that same love I had back then for it, so I'm hoping and praying that that comes back to me where I, want to, enjoy it again.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So,
Yeah. Let's see, what time is it here? Okay, 49 minutes. It's funny. Time slowed down. It was speeding up, and now I keep looking at it. It's still pretty much the same spot.
all right. Although, can you believe it's already the 11th of August? I mean, time has flown, hasn't it?
Yes, that is crazy.
My goodness.
crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to get up from the other chair and go get my watermelon and eat some of it. Woo!
I would be, sucking on this right now if you had not said about the whole eating part on these channels. Because I'd be like, oh yeah, and did you know?
Yeah, that's just a possibility. Definitely, definitely don't drink anything because they want to write you up for because
Yeah.
some people do. Some people do.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, any other subjects you want to bring up today besides let me see. I talked about being um an empty nester and finding more opportunities or more things to keep us busy. What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna take this watermelon, some of this watermelon, and I'm gonna actually make some watermelon juice. And I'm gonna
Oh
drink.
yeah,
I'm
oh
gonna
yeah,
drink that down, down the highway, back to mine.
yeah. Are you leaving
Hmm.
tonight or tomorrow?
I really haven't decided, so it after I make this oxtail, I'll know how I feel.
Oh no, you didn't just say that out loud. Stop.
So
I
you didn't believe?
know. That was yesterday. Now I forgot. Now I got to go find me a Jamaican place, and I'm gonna have oxtail for dinner too. Like I'm not gonna be outdone, even though you're cooking yours.
And then next time I come, whatever I want to make, I have plenty of seasonings because my daughter has plenty of, and I didn't know what she had, so I went out and bought some. But she pretty
Uh-huh.
much had what I needed here anyway.
Right, right. That sounds like the last time my daughter and her hubby was here with the kids.
Yeah.
Um, he bought all these. I mean, I already have tons of seasoning, but he bought like the spicy, cook your own rasta pasta kind of ingredients.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, extra ingredients here.
All
And
right.
pasta pasta is good. It's just that I'm trying to really stay away from the pastas, the rice, the corn, all those things because because we're over a certain age and
Yeah.
whew, but girl, I need my husband to I need a bike. Go down in the basement, pull one up, clean it off, size them all, see which one is much more comfortable for me,
Yeah.
and get me a little skort or something like that I can ride a bike because you
You know
know
how they have those sports like I have that actually have the pant, the what do you call that? The tight
yeah,
attached to it.
leggings, like leggings
Yeah.
attached.
Uh-huh.
Whew. All right,
Well,
sis. I can't wait. So yeah, after we get off of here, I'm gonna eat me some watermelon. Maybe I'll cut up that cantaloupe. And you know what? Sometimes because I'm home by myself, you know what else I have for dinner?
what?
Some
You
some
know,
pop some popcorn with some nutritional yeast on top of it.
I tell you what, I think I always told myself that if it was just me or a few amount of people in my household, soup salad and sandwiches,
Oh yeah. Oh, and you know what? I
instant
have
meal.
not had a really good. I have not had a really good. It's not summer until you've had a tomato sandwich, as our aunties used to say. A homegrown. I don't have it homegrown this year, but a really good tomato, like a steak. What they call? They call them steak tomatoes, or um,
Yeah, they
the
go
ones that
that.
have.
I'll be content with aroma. It doesn't have to be. That thing is trying that one slice makes the whole sandwich for the most part when you use a
Yes,
steak one. But
yes,
give me a good old fashioned aroma. I'm all right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That. And then I
Mm.
haven't really been eating bread either. So that with a piece of, I probably would toast it and put some mayonnaise and salt and pepper on it. Oh my goodness, I'm making
But
myself
you know,
hungry. And I'm not really hungry.
European countries they eat bread and don't get fat. But because of all the things we put in, well, if you go online and look up some of these this bread, like they have it on the YT, Lord have mercy, Jesus. We're gonna start
Oh,
putting our own.
yeah. I still haven't done that in a long time. I used to do it a lot when my kids were little.
First of all,
And
it's chopping and yeah, make your own bread. That way you know
yeah,
it's in it, and you don't have to worry about like gaining all this weight because of all the stuff they put in it.
yeah,
You know.
that exactly.
But that's where I'm headed. I think I showed you that loaf of the bread that I was making that day, and you and I said we were going to make bread. So maybe we can next time we come on. Like maybe next week we'll have see, Tuesday. Maybe next week we'll have a loaf of bread ready to show.
Yeah, and I had my favorite recipe that I used to make that was it did have to rise a bit, but it was
Yeah,
like the softest French bread ever. And I've gone through all my cookbooks.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I said to my kids, "Hey, just take it because I'll write it over again." I have no idea where that. And I wrote it on an index card.
That's the one I was asking for. Now, if you had given it to me, you'd have it right now. But yeah.
Girl, no, I think that one of my daughters might have taken it with them. Is what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah, but long story short, we get busy, we forget to send stuff to each other. So that part.
yeah, that one
But
was handwritten. So I
I
don't know.
know, I know, my dear, I know. Well,
I
actually,
don't know.
send a message to your daughter and see who has it.
Yeah, no, I'm not
And
gonna.
have them send you take a picture or send you a copy.
Yeah, no. If it would have been anybody, yeah, I don't. I'm gonna just keep looking for it. As far as I rather call them and see how they're doing than to say, hey, by the way, give me that recipe. You
Well,
know.
has anyone seen? You don't have to accuse, just ask.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. That part. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sure, just like everything else with you and I in our houses, it shows up eventually. And now you and I have been talking about bread for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
uh,
Um, so I definitely need to. It's written somewhere. I'm sure it's written a couple places, and it was my
mhm.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, my dear. We have 4 minutes down. It's definitely quiet over there. What are your grandkids doing? They're probably
One is sleeping and one is video gaming.
Oh, I think I know exactly who's doing what.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So we're gonna say thank you guys for popping in today. Those who passed through, we totally appreciate you. I gotta figure out a way, even if it's just me. You know how our baby sis, who's not really a baby, she's in her
Mhm.
40s, has started playing Sims again. My son's computer is right behind me. He downloaded it on there. I just have to sit down and figure out how to do it and record it at the same time and go live on TikTok.
You know your niece is still playing. I don't know if she had a break, but when she you know she didn't have a break very often because she's doing homework. But she
Uh-huh.
has it. And when I walked in the house that night, um, Sims was on on the screen.
Hey, and it's changed
For
so
all
much. I
three
can't
of you
even
guys.
imagine if we had all kept playing. But life
Yeah.
happens. Life be life in.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and I'm not sure if I have to have two different accounts, but I'm gonna try it. Like, just keep staying with this one because hi, you're live. Hello.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I need some of your bananas to eat. Everything you got all the fruit over there. Yeah, but so do you call the front desk to check on Pop, or how does that go?
I
Or
got
you're like,
my kids go over
okay,
and check on
gotcha.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, yep,
Oh,
yep.
yeah. Wow, that was a pretty big bowl.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yikes.
And my bowl was so big also that I put some upstairs in the refrigerator and then I had some downstairs in the refrigerator also. Yep, 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 yep.
And that's just like, whew.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. So we just want to say thank you for joining us today. Another just Sister Chat casual. If you guys have any questions on, I don't know. I guess there's some people that are. I want to. If you're over 50 or 60 and you want to know how to go live,
Mhm.
send me a DM. Hopefully we can do this. And yeah, because I'm still learning myself. But the best way to learn is to teach other people what you already know, and other things will come to you also. Some of the newer things,
Right. I used to
right?
give another class because you gave a class at the library one time, right?
Yes, I did. It was at a senior center, actually, or something like that, a community center. Yeah, so it was on YT. Yeah, but you gonna are your hands clean? We gotta do our closing. So we thank you for coming into the room. And again, I am Nubia,
And I am Adjoa.
and we like to say thank you for coming in. And what do? We do peace, peace,
Love
um, love. I got one hand. Oh, I can do that here.
and blessings.
And blessings. All right, we appreciate you guys. Maybe one day we'll have an agenda ahead of time and we'll put it up there. But it's fun to just kind of jump on and just talk whatever the topic is of the day.
That's right.
So we appreciate you guys. Come back and follow us again next Tuesday, 1 o'clock
Mhm.
Eastern time. Normally she's in Texas. It'll be 12 o'clock Central. Are you Central? in Texas,
Yes.
but right now you're at your daughter's house, so she's Eastern.
Right.
And say again.
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
And I also go live every single morning at 7 a.m. in the morning, and I'm usually done by 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. All right. So thanks for joining us. Come back again, and y'all come back now. You hear? All right. Peace and blessings. We're out over here on the. I'm gonna hit the white tea off first. You like how I put